remember the last time I did one. I think it was sometime in August, I think. Months ago. Months and months ago. I'll tell you what today we're going to be doing though. I am definitely going to be keeping a tally of the amount of fools that come in to the chat. Because there are a fair few, which is one of the reasons why I stopped doing the Sunday lives. I got a little bit sick of Wally's coming on into the live and just being annoying. I mean, it's enough, isn't it? You use up all your energy every day to deal with fools in your daily life, and then you come on here on the live and you have to deal with even more fools. No, I don't be needing it. Hi, Wendy. How you doing? You don't need fools in your life. So we are going to be keeping a tally of the fools that come in today. I've got Dell helping me. He's over yonder side of the room. So hopefully between the two of us and everyone else in the chat, we can keep track of the fools that come in. So, Wendy, have you been watching the videos I've been putting them up for Vlogoween, or are you a new person or someone that's just happened to chance across the live? How did you find me? So we have been doing Vlogoween here on the channel. I am posting a video every day. You have been! What's been your favourite video so far, Wendy? And thank you so much for watching. So we are doing Vlogoween here on Small Steps to Big Changes. Normally I post sort of cleaning videos. I do personal development videos and weight loss videos. Hey, French Toast! How you doing? Oh, the garden with Dell. Oh, you like that one? Yes. Do you know what? I think actually out of all the videos I've done so far, that was one of my favourites to film. That one really was a good video. Let me just move that down because I think I'm being slightly hidden by some of the chat. And I want to see me. Good. Have you been watching the videos, French Toast? Yes, so that was a really good one to film. It literally took my entire week's worth of annual leave to get that garden done. We were out there from sort of sun up to sundown trying to get that sorted. It really was incredibly demanding, tedious, but really like rewarding. You have been. What's your favourite video, French Toast? Wendy's was the garden one. Hi Sarah, how you doing? We're having a look at the moment at favourite Vlogoween videos. I'm really enjoying making the whole Vlogoween process. It's really difficult actually. I didn't think doing things like Vlogoween or doing something like Vlogmas would be so difficult, but it really is. There's not much time between filming, editing and uploading, and you've just got to keep going. Oh, the most recent one, that was the dining room full clean. Yes, I've watched you for a long time, but you both have such a buzz. Your garden's lovely. Ah, thank you, Wendy. It is really nice. It's huge, isn't it? Oh, look who's come to say hi. Don't run away, kitty kitty. Okay, run away, kitty kitty. Yeah, the garden, I think it's about an acre. It's somewhere around an acre, maybe just over, maybe just under. I always say we've got an acre. It's just easier than giving you the square footage. But it takes so much effort. I cannot wait for springtime to come round because, like I say, I'm going to be saving a small fortune and I will be dragging Kerry down here. And me and Kerry are going to be off to the garden centres. We are going to buy pretty much, if it flowers or grows in any way, shape or form, we will probably be buying it and sticking it in the garden somewhere. I'm talking hedging, flowers, bulbs, annuals, perennials, all that jazz. It'll all be going in. I'm hoping she can do me some sort of baskety things, although I'm really bad at keeping the baskets going. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. Our garden, like I said in the video, our garden has been this abandoned dumping ground for about 14 years since we moved in here. The problems really sort of started quite early on with like the neighbours and that. And we just didn't want to be out there. You never want to be out in your garden when you're constantly feeling like pressured and overlooked. It's really quite So we just never went out there. Never really went out there. We'd mowed the lawn, but even that, we mowed the lawn when we absolutely had to. We weren't out there like every week or every other week or whatever. It was literally like, okay, the grass is like 3 foot long. We kind of need to cut it now. and we'd do the lawns. But now we do have a nice new neighbour, and they're lovely. So that's Nova bashing the tripod. I wonder if she'll come and say hello. Nova. Nova. No. She knows her name. Nova knows her name now. She's much more confident and comes out for cuddles way more, but she's very much still a cat. She's one of those cats that is like, I will come to you when I choose to come to you and not when you call my name. She knows her name, but she ignores her name. Are you enjoying the garden videos, French Toast? They are such good videos to do. And like I say, hopefully when Kerry comes down, we can make a really, really long, in-depth, good gardening video. Because we'll have a couple of cameras to set up and we can get multiple angles. It's just going to be fabby-dabby-dozy. We're also planning on doing the redecoration. I don't know how long that's going to take because this room to do is going to be heck of expensive. We've got to get new couches, new carpet, new underlay, the whole 9 yards. But that video, I think, is due to come out tomorrow. The deep clean of in here. Now you can tell already, I'm pretty sure, I'm in a different place. So that gives you a little hint. So at least one of the sofas has moved. But I will let you in on like a little secret of information. I love this room now. This room used to be the worst room in the house. Hated it. With a passion, hated it. It used to just be a place to dump stuff and veg out on your phone until it was time to go to bed. And even then, we'd be going up to bed about 6ish, just so we didn't have to sit down here. And now I've moved it round. It's lovely during the daytime. In the evening, though, we put all the lamps on things, and the soft lighting in here just makes it such a nice place to sit. It really is such a cosy place to sit. We do still need to replace everything, really, because it's so old and tatted. We could get a rug now because of where stuff is. It does mean that a rug would cover 90% of the holes in the lino. The big hole in the lino where the fireplace used to be, that's just going to have to stay there till we buy a new carpet. There's no way a rug is going to cover that. But I suppose I could get a couple of carpet runners. But then I may as well save that money and put it towards the carpet, the underlay and the sofas. So it kind of seems pointless. Or just rough it. We've gone this long with holes in the lino and it ain't hurting anyone. Unless you happen to catch your toe on it. Oh, that does smart a little bit when you catch your toe on it. But yeah, I love this room now. I really, really do. It's a shame that it's been a room that we've hated for so long. And the colour schemes. The colours this room has been. I don't think there's a shade in the rainbow that hasn't been in this room at some point. I mean, we've got this fiasco going on behind us, like some sort of rotting Neapolitan. You've got the vanilla, the strawberry, and then whoops, we're going for mint chocolate instead of like the actual... You know, we've got random patches of colour everywhere where we're testing different colours. And on some walls it looks great. Yet on another wall it looks absolutely hideous. And you're like, well, I can't do that. We've had black flowery wallpaper in here at one point. And actually, I will show you in, like when we do the makeover video, what the paper used to look like when we moved in. No, it was after we moved in. Hey Vanessa, how you doing? So, yeah, there have been some interesting colours. I mean, I can see the paper now. And it's like really bold geometric pattern. And it's pinks and it's reds and it's yellows and oranges. It is very 70s. Very, very 70s. I like it, but it is way too much. Way too much for this room. Do you not think that's very 70s paper?
I don't know.
I would say 70s.
It was earlier.
60s maybe.
Maybe a bit earlier.
Well, okay, so Dell's going kind of 50s, 60s. I'm going 60s, 70s. So we'll just stick with the 60s and have the middle ground. Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you, Vanessa. How are you doing? You're doing good. Yeah, doing really, really well. I don't really know what else to say about that. Doing well. I actually managed to finish therapy, which has been great. I thought I was going to be there a lot longer. The amount of damage that's done in my noggin, I thought I was going to be a lot longer in therapy. And actually, we made some breakthroughs really quite quickly. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Oh, that's nice to hear. I did think I was going to be in a hell of a lot longer, and I wasn't. It really is French toast. It's lovely. I think the massive breakthrough came for me when he did the EMDR therapy to get me over my fear of wasps. Now, I have got some massive complex issues. I've got depression, CPTSD, OCD. There's obviously like the ADHD and the autism and that sort of thing going in there. There's a lot of mental issues in the brain. And we were going through all the childhood traumas and all that sort of thing. And we were flowing through them quite easily, quite nicely. They weren't causing too much distress and upset. It was going really well. And then he tried to get me over my fear of wasps. I lost it. I completely lost the plot. He had to stop the session. Well, I asked him to stop the session, but he had to stop the session. And then we had to pick it up again once I'd calmed back down again. I got totally distressed by it. It was horrendous. And it was that was my last session. He asked me back for one more after that, just to sort of recap and make sure everything was okay. But that was my last EMDR session. And literally, apparently, the fear of wasps has been the massive symptom of all that past trauma. All that stuff from years gone by was manifesting in this paralyzing fear of wasps. And I mean, like, terrifying. I literally have bodily climbed over people. I've tried to run with my foot in a cast. They are really bad. Wasps are horrendous. But I think the reaction I had to them was just a tad over the top. I get moving away from them. I get being scared of them. They can hurt. So, yeah, you know, it's rational to have some sort of healthy respect and fear for them. But, like I said, I was daft with it. I honestly was daft. It wouldn't matter to me if there was traffic about, other people around, what other people needed, anything like that. I was done. I was gone. I could not make my brain function higher than sheer panic. It was total survival instinct kicking in. And,
Excuse me.
wrong roll, did it? It tiggly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just survival instinct kicked in, and I was done. I was gone. So yeah, it's nice that I don't have to do that anymore. And like I say, it's really opened up so much of a brain for me now. I actually can think rationally. I still don't sometimes because it's practice, isn't it? I'm thinking in a new way and I have to practice thinking in a new way. Whereas before I'd simply just react. And now I'm trying not to do that. And it's working. People are testing my boundaries though. I will give them that. They are trying my patience. They are testing me. And I'm really having to remember that I choose how I react. Sometimes that comes... Let me pop this there for a minute. Hang on. There we go. That's easier. Sometimes, obviously, like I say, you just slip back to default and you have to remember, I can do that. And that remembering will come a little bit later on. But every time you remember, it will happen faster each time. Would you do reaction content in the future? Yeah. I think you asked about this last time, French Toast, and didn't you give me someone to do a reaction video too? I could totally relate to you with the mental health. Oh, Sarah, it's the worst, isn't it? I mean, I get there's so many things out there that are absolutely horrendous, but mental health seems to be something that so many people just don't understand. You know, you're depressed and people are like, well, you've got nothing to be sad about, cheer up. Not how depression works. I can't just smile my way out of sadness. It doesn't work like that. Or anxiety. Well, what are you worried about? If I knew that, it wouldn't be anxiety, would it? I would be worrying about a situation. Anxiety literally has like 1,000,000,001 reasons and no reasons at all. Probably at the same time most of the time, you know? Mental health is just such a clash of trying to make people understand and people not wanting to understand or not able to understand it. It really is a difficult little game to play. Yeah, like I say, French toast, absolutely. What am I reacting to? If you've got some videos in mind, let me know. But like I say, I'm sure you gave me someone to react to before. I think it was a band, was it not? I think it was. But yeah, I've got nothing against reaction videos. I quite like to do them. I don't quite know how to, like actually set them up and do them because it's not something I actually have done before, but I'll give them a go. I do want to do some sort of reaction videos to, it might have been a show, yeah. I do want to do some reaction videos to like some nice horror, scary movie type stuff. Obviously we're coming into Halloween now. So if you've got any scary movie suggestions, scary horror series, anything like that, any of your favourite spooky, scary, Halloweeny stuff, let me know and I'll try and do some reaction videos to that for Vlogoween for you. I will be doing a movie night for Vlogoween, so there's going to be the old classics. Definitely going to be a Hocus Pocus in there somewhere. There is definitely going to be the like the classic-y horror movie stuff. I'm not big into the gory horror movies. They're a bit... no, I don't find them scary so much as just... you know? I prefer a bit more of a paranormal scary. Chucky's a good one. Do you know, I think I might have seen Chucky when I was younger. But hey, French toast, I shall give it a go.
Let's do a graveyard walk for your scary walk.
Yeah, we could do a graveyard, a walk around the graveyard,
Do you
yeah.
want to do a nighttime scary
I
walk?
do want to do a nighttime scary walk, which, let's face it, I could literally walk around the garden in the dark and be terrified. I don't even go out to my own bins in the dark. Being outside in the dark is terrifying. Being inside in the dark is terrifying. It has been that bad before that during power cuts I have had to have Dell wake up and walk me to the bathroom because I won't walk around my own house in the dark. This room is awful, right? So behind me here, I've got the door to the dining room. And just over there, I've got the door to the kitchen. Now I can walk through this room that way. Okay, and I can go get a drink from the kitchen. And I can do that with this room's light off. But if I walk from the kitchen back through to the dining room to go back upstairs, I have to have this light on. I cannot walk from this room into the dining room with the lights off. This light has to be on and the dining room light has to be on. And then I walk out of this room with the light on into the dining room with the light on. I can switch this light off in here, walk through the dining room with the light on, and then switch the dining room light off after I've exited the dining room. Otherwise, it feels like something's following me. It's awful. Really is awful. And I know a few people are actually scared to be in this room in the dark. Yeah. If I come down at night, I have to put a light on or put something on my phone, something like just so there's light. Although the dog sleeps down here all night, not a problem. I can't do it. I used to get this thing where it felt like I was being chased up the stairs. That's not so bad anymore. But even up until I was in my late 30s, I used to walk up the stairs here with my back pressed against the wall so I could see what was behind me on the stairs and in front of me on the stairs. It doesn't help that Alyssa, the little angel and cherub that she is, decided to stand at the top of the stairs with her long black hair, cloaking her face with her head down, stood at the top of the stairs. To terrify me, to deliberately get a reaction of out of Mumsy Dearest. She does it a lot. I've actually got pictures on my Facebook of her. I was sitting here one night and it was dark outside, so it was late in the year, and there was a banging at the window. I looked up to see this silhouetted, hooded figure, blacked out, stood in the window. Whoo, dearie me, my heart did cartwheels. It was Alyssa. It was Alyssa deliberately trying to terrify me. What else has the little turd done? Oh, she's a little turd. She really is a bad one, she is.
Not as good as when we got them, though.
No, that was really good. She plays like, you know, on horror films, they play like that scary little children, don't they, singing the little nursery rhymes. She likes to do that when she knows I'm home alone. She used to. She doesn't do it anymore, but she used to play that a lot because it'd freak me out. But yeah, we noticed that they kept sneaking in our room and, you know, nibbling some of the chocolate or the sweeties that we had in the room. And, oh no, it wasn't us. So we decided one day that we was going to set up a FaceTime call. So I rang Del's phone, or Del rang my phone. On the FaceTime call, we muted the microphones, so obviously from our end, so we could hear them, but they couldn't hear us. We hid it in our room, and we waited for them to sneak in to steal the chocolate, which they dutifully did. One of them happened to slip up and make us swear. And Del turned the microphone on the phone and was like, "Who are you swearing at?" Well, of course, the kids didn't know that it was just a phone under the bed. So in complete silence in our room, they've suddenly heard a voice from somewhere. Who are you swearing at? Well, both kids lost their mind. Absolutely lost their mind. They come flying down the stairs faster than I have ever seen anything move. I don't think they touched the stairs at all on the way down. It was just whoosh. They were screaming the whole way down. And as cruel as it is, we was laughing so bad. Oh, it was hilarious. But yeah. We didn't think they'd react that way. You know, it wasn't like a deliberate act. It just sort of happened that way. It was so funny. So funny. But they were a little bit scared. It was indeed very, very funny. And somehow Alyssa had a pint glass with her. That never broke. She managed all the way from our room down the stairs. I think she actually overtook Craig on the stairs at one point and managed to keep the glass. How, I don't know, but she did. There's many stories. Well, is there many stories like that? Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I think there probably are. Me and Della have to go through a few of them. When she was younger, Alyssa used to talk to man and lady in the flat we lived in. She was obsessed with this invisible man and lady. She used to sit underneath the dining room table in the flat, and she'd be chattering away to herself and talking, and you'd be like, "Who are you talking to?" She's like, "Man and lady. Man and lady." And she'd go to bed at night and you'd hear her chattering away in her little cot or in her little bed when she got her bed, like her first toddler bed. Man and lady. Man and lady. And she, all the time she talked to her. So we got her a camera in the end. And we said to her, you know, take pictures of man and lady for us. Next time you see them, you can take pictures for us. We never got that film developed. I wish we had. I don't know what happened to it. It's somewhere, I don't know, probably landfill now. But I wish we'd got that developed. That would have been so interesting. I think actually I probably would have freaked out completely if there'd actually been pictures of a man and a lady or some sort of apparition on that camera. I don't think I'd been staying in the flat too long. That flat was a bit creepy though. It had like one long corridor and obviously all the rooms off of it and then the kitchen at the end. And walking down that corridor at night was a little bit... It wasn't great. Craig's had a scary bit here. When we moved here, he was 3 years old. And I'd run myself a bath. I'd just gone and got all my towels and like pyjamas and stuff. And I was walking into the bathroom, which our bathroom is downstairs. And Craig's obviously downstairs as well. And as I've walked into the bathroom, he's kind of sort of followed me and he says, "You can't have a bath. That's man's bath." what? And he's pointed to the wall, like where our bath is. So we've got, the bath runs along there. We've got a window with a wall, another wall, and then this solid wall. And he's pointed to the solid wall. That's the man's bath. Yeah. No, I think I'm good for a bath today. We don't need a bath. That's fine. Stinky's okay. And yeah, that was a little bit. Yeah, that was a little bit scary. But apparently, the old resident of this house actually passed away as he was crossing the threshold. So the story has it, whether it's true or not, I don't know. But story has it, he was taken ill at home. And he was being wheeled out to the ambulance when he crossed. So kind of technically, he kind of died in the house, and he kind of passed outside the house. So, you know. And our bathroom is right by the front door as well. So could that have been the old resident of this house? We do get a lot of creepy things happen here. It goes through periods, and next door have the same thing. They go through these little spells where it will be silent as anything. Nothing creepy will happen. Then all of a sudden, the creepy ramps up really high. And really scary stuff starts happening. Well, I say really scary stuff, but creepy stuff starts happening. Next door went away, I think for a long weekend, could have been for a week, but either way, they went away, okay? And they've left us to sort of look after the house and feed the cats and that sort of thing. Not a problem. We're upstairs, it's what, 10, 11 o'clock at night, everyone's all settled down, nothing's moving about, and we hear banging next door. Are you still on holiday? Yeah. You've not asked anyone to come and look after your house? No. Why? Because there's a lot of banging going on in your house. The cat wasn't in the house. The cat was out of the house at night. So we know the cat wasn't in there. They had their dog with them. There should have been nothing moving in their house. So got dressed, gone round, and we've had a look through all of the windows. Like, we are proper, like, and peering through these windows to try and see what's going on. Nothing. Not a soul or stitch is moving in that house. We come back in, we're chilling out, and again, we can hear banging, 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 banging. They come home, not a thing's moved. Nothing's moved, nothing's been disturbed. What it was, we don't know. But she swears blind. When we first moved in, for the first couple of years, she used to complain quite a lot about us slamming doors in the night. And she was like, it's about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, trust me, when I tell you not one of us is awake at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, if someone is slamming doors at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to be awake and I'm going to be stopping the door slamming, because I sleep so lightly, or I used to, that the slightest noise, I'd be up and, you know, I'd be there. And, yeah, I was like, I promise you, there are no doors slamming this side. We're not slamming any doors. They weren't slamming any doors. There are noises happening with no evidence of what's causing the noises. She's had her daughters sit there and have full-on conversations with somebody. And when she's come into the room, it's like, who are you talking to? The lady or the bloke, whoever it was. And there'd have been no one there with her. And she's like, I don't understand. It really is. These two houses are really quite creepy houses. I think me and Delissa and Craig, one morning, I was telling them about the Lord's Prayer. And I started reciting it because obviously I know it and they wanted to know what it was. So I started reciting the Lord's Prayer and we heard children laughing. I was like, okay, that's odd. Because around here, we don't have small children enough to be making that laughing noise. But maybe, you know, the neighbours had a grandchild or someone visit. So didn't think a lot of it. Keep reciting the Lord's Prayer. the children stopped laughing so much and now they're talking. Can't hear what they're saying, but they're talking. Slowly it's changed into just a more adult voice that's talking and there's no children anymore. And then it's become a proper, like, voice. Still can't understand what it's saying, but it's very clearly an adult voice. Either a deep female or a very high-pitched male. It's somewhere on the cusp of that sort of voice range. And it's close enough to the house that it would have had to have been in our front or back garden. We're looking out the windows. We cannot find the source of this noise. And every time I keep reciting the Lord's Prayer, there's the noise again. Every time we stop, it's gone. Still don't know what that was either. See, creepy stuff happens in this house, peeps. But I can't tell you too much because I'm just going to ruin all my creepy story videos. So I'm just going to shush now. Otherwise, literally, you're just going to watch the creepy story videos and get really very bored because, well, you've heard them all before. But I have got enough creepy story videos. I could probably write a small novel. Not sure how many pages a novel is. I'm hoping about 10 because I don't get on well with writing. But yeah, I could write a fair few. It really is crazy. Working in care homes, and when I was a kid, I used to like kind of volunteer work in a care home. My mum used to work in care homes, so we used to go there as like workers. Back then, back in sort of the early 90s, no one was really that strict on like health and safety and all that. So we used to go and help mum in the evenings with like some of the residents and that. We'd sit and talk to them and, you know, take them cups of tea or sit with them while they ate meals and, you know, just generally help with any of the jobs that needed doing around the care home. So I have been in care homes since I was little. I want to say like 8, 9 maybe, somewhere around that age. As a carer. And some of the stories I've got, well, they will shock you just a little bit. And I honestly wonder how, actually, I stayed working in some of them care homes because some of them were just a tad scary beyond what is kind of reasonable to put up with. But when you're there at the time, you don't think about that. You just keep doing stuff and keep moving and keep going. And that's all we did. None of the other carers seemed scared, so I'm not going to be scared either. Which was interesting because normally my fear tends to overrule everybody else and everybody ends up terrified. Apart from Del. Nothing really scares you, does it, dear? No. But we went for a late night walk the other morning. Well, I say late night walk. It was an early morning walk. About 3 o'clock in the morning, neither him or me could sleep. And it wasn't bad weather. It was a nice clear night, so we thought, stuff it, we'll go for a walk. And we went out for a nice walk, and I was terrified the whole time. Something moved in one of the dikes around the field, scared the life out of me. I mean, I think that thing was probably more scared of me than I was of it, but both of us were just running away from each other at that point. He's laughing. It's like, you know there's wildlife out here. I'm well aware there's wildlife out here. But does it have to be active at night time? Should it not be asleep? And why is it active near me? Should it not have run away before I got to it? Like, I don't know. I know there's wildlife, but you don't really see the wildlife. I think the closest we come to actually seeing wildlife is occasionally you might see deer, which are, I don't know, a good couple of 100 yards away, if not more. You know, they're like a field away or whatever. I don't know what 100 yards is, so I don't know what I'm saying. But at least a field, maybe 2 fields away. I think the closest we ever get to wildlife is little bunnies. But even they look like, literally, they leg it the minute they see you coming. They're gone. I don't think you get that close to wildlife at all, even in the country. I did see a badger once. That was quite cool. I've never seen one in like walking about in the wild. And I did see one of them many, many, many years ago. And actually, they're quite terrifying. They are quite terrifying when you get up close and personal to them. They are big. And you can tell by the way they walk, like they are solid, solid creatures. They are, yeah. And I was like, let's wind the car window up and just move on. What was that? That was a loud noise, wasn't it? It was very close too. I don't quite know what that was. Don't know if you heard that. I saw a deer in my backyard once. Ah, French toast. Are you UK based or are you somewhere else in the world? I don't think we've seen one in the garden, haven't we? One of the little ones. You know, the tiny little ones that are about Muntjac or whatever they are. Yeah, about the size of a large dog, aren't they? We've seen, was it a couple of those? I'm sure we saw like three.
Passed, didn't they?
Yeah.
Commotion.
Yeah, we heard like this weird sort of screechy, barky kind of noise. And loads of commotion. I was like, what on earth is going on? Looked out the window and there's like this little family of deer. Doing, 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 doing. Oh, you're in the States. Oh, wow. So you'd have seen big deer then. I kind of want to see a moose. I know they're scary. And I know they can be quite aggressive. And I know they are incredibly big. But I kind of want to see a moose. I think that would be kind of cool. I always wanted to see a tornado, like a proper twister. Because obviously the plains tornadoes, but I wanted to see the weather tornado. And actually we had one here. It literally came down over our village, didn't it? It never touched down that I know of over our village. But I saw the whole funnel coming out of the sky and everything. Oh, wowzers, was it cool. I mean, I know in like the States and that or other places in the world, they can get big, they can get scary, they do a lot of damage. But this one was just a tiny little, well, I say tiny, it was quite big for what I've seen. But it was really quite cool. Like I said, I've always wanted to see one, and I got to see one, and thankfully it didn't do any damage to anyone or anything. So
It's on my TikTok.
Blessings all round. It is indeed on your TikTok, isn't it? I might share it on my TikTok, and I might even put the video up on YouTube as well, so you can all see the tornado we saw. Because, yeah, I like that. It was a bit of a surprise. We kind of weren't expecting it. Just sort of, it was just there, you know. I don't even know what made us look out the window to see it. But it was one of those things, it was kind of like you knew it was there without knowing it was there. I don't know if any... You might understand that having, you know, I know you get them in the States quite a lot. Do you kind of get that vibe? Like, you know something's happening before it happens. And you're kind of like, I'm on watch because, I don't know, sky just don't look right. Or I just don't feel right. Something's not good. And you're looking and you're on alert, waiting for whatever that change is. Or is that just a me thing? Am I just balmy? Because I kind of think that's the thing. I don't know. Maybe I am just balmy. Who knows? Hey, poodles. Ooh. Back to yawning. Why do I always do that on lives? Probably because I'm not breathing deep enough. My body's like, take in some oxygen. Stop rambling. And breathe. And breathe. Ooh. I just see this, which reminds me, so I'm going to share it with you. Oh! How was your weekend? French toast. It was good. We're only, 20 to 6 in the afternoon here, so I've still got a bit of my weekend left. I must admit, it's gone faster than I wanted to. I have got a lot more achieved than I ever thought I would, though, this weekend. I have not slept well in the last couple of days. There's some massive stressors going on at the minute here, which should soon be resolved. You know, it's nothing mega major, but they are causing quite a bit of stress at the moment. And it's just really stopping me sleeping so well. So I've been incredibly tired today. I've been like just wanting to doze off on the sofa, but we're going to have Dinny Din Dins in a minute, and then it will be off to Beddy Buys probably. Watch something nice. I don't know what we're going to watch. What? A horror film. Oh, Dale's up for a horror film. That means another sleepless night for me. Or, no.
No, the last couple of ones we've watched have been right pants.
Yeah. Or it'll be another night, like, begging him to stay awake with me so I don't have to fall asleep last. Because if I go to sleep first, it's fine. He can look after me while I go to sleep. And then I wake up and realise he's fallen asleep and it's fine. But if he falls asleep first, I'm on my own. So, yeah. How was your weekend? How's your guys' weekend been? I know you obviously you've all had a weekend. Although I think some of you... Hang on, I'm getting notifications coming in. Some of you obviously are still part way through your weekend. I don't know what day it is in the rest of the world. Because I know some of you are behind us and some of you are in front, aren't you? Some of you are actually starting to move into Monday. Let's know how Monday turns out. I need to know whether I should bother going to work or not. Do I win the lottery? Okay. Just a quick side note, because I'm going to forget. It went too fast for you, I bet. Weekends do. Why can work days not go as fast as weekends and weekends not go as fast as work days? Like, what is that about? Who got time messed up? Because we need to speak to them and ask them to switch it about a bit. Right. If you are looking for Halloween-y scented stuff, I just want to get this in before I forget because, it's heavenly. Yankee Candle do a home inspiration. But I don't know what the scent is. I can't remember. I did know. It's like a pumpkin-y scent. Hang on. I'm checking. Oh, yeah. Perfect pumpkin. There you go. Seasonal perfect pumpkin. That baby there, she smells like a little slice of heaven. I can't even begin to tell you. It's kind of like hot chocolate. It's kind of like coffee. It's a bit pumpkin-y. It's a bit spicy. It's all kind of cold evenings and warm hot chocolates and coffees. It's just... And literally the scent throw on this is absolutely amazing. It takes over. Although, I did have it on this morning and clearly not for long enough because it was on for hours. And we had to go out, so obviously it was extinguished. And it's now going to start tuddling because I didn't let it burn all the way across. So it's fine. It is what it is. I will figure out a way to get it all to melt in the end. So yeah. Alrighty. Has anybody got any videos they might like to see coming up for Vlogoween? Because I did have a bit of a plan for Vlogoween. My idea was going to be that I was going to do... Day 1 was going to be deep clean. Day 2 was going to be a shop with me and Alyssa. Day 3 was going to be decorating. Day 4 was going to be like baking. And I had a whole load of other little plans and things like that. And actually, my plans have just gone sideways. Like, literally sideways. I've recorded a few videos. And obviously the deep cleans are there. They're going to be released. But we still haven't decorated in here yet. We've got to do that. So, you know, it's like, it's all gone wrong. So if you have anything you'd like to see for your Vlogoween, do let me know. Because, you know, I've got loads of ideas. And I've got plenty to be filming. But I'd like to get some stuff in. A day in the life video or what I wear in a week video. French toast. I mean, day in the life. So I've done a couple of them. And I will happily do some more. I like doing them. They're quite good fun, actually. Life at the moment is pretty boring, though. It's kind of wake up, work, home, sleep. You know, it's pretty repetitive. However, we are at a peak season now at work, which does mean that I've dropped my hours so I could do more YouTube. When we're in peak, I concentrate on work. And then when we're out of peak, I concentrate on my YouTube. So we sort of jump across. So I have reduced my hours at work.
Do the beach combing.
We can do that. So I've got 4 days off now, 3 to 4 days off a week now. So I can do some interesting stuff then. Dell has started doing like beach combing and rock collecting and things like that. So we can do a day at the seaside. That could be quite good fun. What I wear in a day though, French toast, that is going to be incredibly boring. Like, So boring. It would cure insomnia. I literally have like 3 pairs of jeans, like 2 blue and 1 black pair, and multiple pairs of the same leggings for when I was at the gym. And I've got multiple pairs of the same black top, apart from this one, which obviously has words on it. That's it. I've got my cardies as well, but that's it. It's just a mix and match of the same, like, I don't know, 3, 4 items. I very rarely wear anything different. The green top I had and some of the other stuff, I have had to get rid of those. They've been worn that much now, they've gone threadbare. I am looking at getting some different clothes because I'd like to have some different stuff. I'd like to have a few different bits of clothing. But I hate clothes shopping with a passion. And all the online stuff like Shein and Amazon or any of the other places you can buy clothes from, you kind of buy them and you try them on and then you get sad and then you have to send them back and there's all that hassle. It's just, So, I don't know. I might get some new clothes in the new year. Who knows? Maybe I could get someone to come shopping with me and help me. But, well, mind you, I can't even use my weight loss as an excuse, can I? I'm losing weight that slowly. I don't think even my body's realised. Although, I tell you what's really nice. I keep getting things like, oh, I thought you were someone else. Because people are no longer recognising me as me because my body shape has changed. I'm getting confused for other people at work, which is fantastic because, wow. Even my own daughter is like, when I'm looking for you and I look in like the caravan windows as we're going past, I will see you and think you are someone else because you're not your shape anymore. So even my own child is struggling to recognise her own mummy dearest because I am not that big anymore. Down 2 stone, which is not a bad going. However, I'm finding changing my habits to be so unbearably difficult. I still struggle so hard with waiting for food. Like at the moment, Dell's starting to cook dinner because I'll be coming off at 6 o'clock. And all I want to do is eat before dinner's ready because I'm hungry now. And I can't wait for dinner. I am literally like a 4-year-old. I need my dinner now. I'm hungry. Feed me. But wait for your dinner. And I hate that. If we go out anywhere, I kind of feel this sense of panic that I've not got food on me or with me and I might not be able to get any. And it's like, you're going to be fine. You're about 20 minutes down the road. You know, you could walk back home if you needed to. And it does worry me. It kind of, I need that security to know there's the food there, to know that I've eaten and things like that. And it is what it is. It's just, it's a thing you have to kind of work through, isn't it? But yeah, I could definitely do another day in the life. Like I said, we can go beach combing with Dell. We can do a lot of stuff. And actually, I think maybe now I've changed somewhat my attitude to life and who I am and what I'm doing. Maybe I can start pushing that comfort zone and you can sort of come along and join me. One thing I am doing quite a lot of is chatting to my inner self in the car. So I know I'm not allowed to interact with my phone while driving, but I have a dash cam. And one sort of faces like in the car and one faces out the car. One's supposed to face out the back of the car. But because of where the camera is, it can't look right out the back window. So it can look at me. And I can have a nice little chat with my inner self on my way in. And you guys can have some snippets of that if you wish. Because I am not ashamed to tell you I speak to my inner child and my inner me. I tend not to do it where other people are around though, because obviously they think you're talking to them. And they tend to then try and answer the questions and you're concentrating on that conversation rather than your inner conversation. So I tend not to do it when there's people there that could interact with me and confuse what I'm trying to hear. But you can actually be present. I'll put the camera on and you can see what that looks like and my thought processes and stuff like that. And we can, spend a day together. I am at work tomorrow. So you do the same thing. Chat away to yourself. It's good, isn't it? It's really a good way to sort of balance what's happening for yourself. Because one of the things, and I still haven't learnt this guy's name. I think it's Gabbio, something like that anyway. He's an older gentleman. And he was saying, like, trauma comes not just from the event, or not from the event itself, but from not having someone to share the event with, and someone you can trust and keep you safe and help express that event. So while the event is traumatic, not having that sharing is what causes it to be trauma in the body. My dad finds it to be weird. A lot of people find it weird, French toast. A lot of people find it because you're talking to yourself and you're kind of answering yourself. And that, I mean, I was always told that's the first sign of madness, isn't it? You know, talking to yourself's fine. It's when you get answers back you have to worry. But honestly, I find it kind of sensible, really. I mean, at the end of the day, the only person that knows you is you. Like, the people closest to you don't know you. They don't know what you're thinking and experiencing and feeling, and they don't know how that reacts to your history and your past, but you do. So having that conversation with you is probably the best one you're ever going to have. Other people can empathise and you can tell them and talk to them. There's nothing wrong with that. But you know when you're lying to you, don't you? You know when you say something to yourself. You know when you're lying to you. And yeah, I find talking to yourself is great. And be weird. What's wrong with being weird? We're all a little bit weird. Have we had any weirds come in, actually?
No.
We've not had any weirds come in.
No. Weird.
Weird. Maybe Halloween has dealt with them all and they've decided not to bother.
Maybe they're annoying someone else.
Maybe. May very be. This wasn't set up as like a members only live, so anybody can find it, anybody can drop on in. But yeah, I wonder where they all are. I wonder who they're harassing and annoying tonight, because not coming here. I wanted to start a good competition and have a few odd bods come in and say some weird stuff so we could all have a giggle at their expense. And what happens? Well, they're laughing really, aren't they? Because we can't laugh at them. So we'll just have to take it and run with it. And maybe, do you know what? Maybe next Sunday they'll drop in. I do know when we get round to half term here in the UK, there will certainly be the fair share of strange people coming on and making odd comments. Because, well, that's just what they do during half term. My favourite holiday, French toast, is got to be Halloween. Halloween. I love it. I love it. Excuse me. I'm very much about the whole Halloween vibe. The early... See, for me, autumn's great because you've got the dark evenings and the dark mornings and everything's sort of soft and twinkle lights. You've got the beautiful colours all over the shop. But it's not freezing. Hi, Kelly. How you doing? It's not freezing cold. Yet once you get round to Christmas, yeah, you got the twinkle lights. Yeah, it's cold. But everything is like hypothermia. And you got frostbite. And you got to wrap up in that many layers. Because when you first go out, it's freezing. But once you get moving, you're actually boiling. And then you got to start stripping the layers off. And it's just like... No. Let's just stick with autumn. That means I can have a nice little cardigan and I can still do the housework and stuff like that and not get overheated and really, really hot. And I don't have to have so many layers on and things like that. I love Halloween. I love Halloween so much. And I do like all that mystery and... Yeah. Mine too. I also love Christmas, but Thanksgiving is also great. That's an American thing, yes. I kind of like the idea of Thanksgiving.
Like having two Christmases, isn't
It kind of is, yeah. It's like 2 Christmases because Thanksgiving's in November at some point, isn't it? I want to say 22nd or 28th, but I think it's a set day, like our Easter. It's like the 3rd Thursday in November or something. I kind of like the idea of Thanksgiving because I think it's nice to sort of give gratitude and remember that we should be thankful for stuff. Yeah, the food is French toast. I want to come to America so bad because you guys out there, do you know your food? I mean, not only the portion size, which let's face it, is definitely generally a lot bigger than a UK portion size, but wow, some of the combinations you lot put together out there are just elite. Elite! I tried the maple bacon with pancakes. I'm in love. I swear that's my new favourite meal or one of them. I just want to try so many things. I am desperate to make myself some snickerdoodles because I just love saying snickerdoodles. I think it is the most impressive word ever. I would love a t-shirt that just said snickerdoodle. And I really want to try a sloppy Joe. I don't know what a sloppy Joe is, but I really, really want to try one. And what else out there have the Americans got that I really want to try?
Big steaks.
Big steak, yeah.
Big
The
steaks.
giant steaks. And like the man...
Cow to go, please.
You do like the man v food sorts of challenges out there, right? And like almost every restaurant, I know like we're stereotyping, but like almost every restaurant you see has got like one of the big dishes on. Can you eat all this and win a prize kind of thing? Or like
Get it free or a t-shirt.
Yeah, I know a lot of the restaurants have that out there and just...
There's some over this country.
Oh, we'll have to find some. That's something we could do. Find some of
There's
them.
a bloke I follow on TikTok. He does not man meat food. That's the other one, isn't it?
Yeah, he's the American one.
But it's like similar.
Well, there you go, French toast. There's a day in the life. We'll go and have an eat all I can eat challenge. One thing I do want to know though, is the Cheesecake Factory a dessert place? Is it only cheesecake, or is it just called the Cheesecake Factory because we got a name place something and like the burger place was taken? Cheesecake Factory, I think, is a real place. Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's like a burger joint.
I think so, but I would genuinely love to set up my own cheesecake place that just does cheesecake.
Yeah.
You can only buy cheesecake. That's it. Different flavours, different sorts, sure.
Well, in London you've got the noodle shop.
Indeed.
And all they do is noodle.
Can we make a cheesecake place? That's going to be hard. I'm going to have to find premises that I can cook from, and I hate cooking. Mind you, you could do no baked cheesecake and then I don't have to cook a darn tootin' thing. But I do have to melt the butter, and technically, that's cooking. And I'm not doing that. So, well, my cheesecake place will just have to go bye-bye because...
The Cheesecake Empire didn't last long, did it?
No, my Cheesecake Empire disappeared. But, I don't know. I don't know if I'd ever be able to set that up. I mean, you'd have to buy premises and things like that, wouldn't you?
No.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, our kitchen, there's no way our kitchen's getting certified for health and safety to cook in. We'd have to at least hire a kitchen to cook out of.
Only if you told them.
Yeah. You have to
All
tell
these
them.
regulations have to have your permission.
They do. But, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my cheesecake... Ooh! Do you know what? I might just try it. I might just make cheesecakes and experiment with them and see what I can come up with. And just make hundreds. I love cheesecake. I could eat cheesecake until it came out of my nose, I think. I love it so much. I don't like the baked cheesecake. For me, they seem wrong. If you could travel to one state in the US, what would it be? Oh, have we got a Wally?
No.
No?
Just a question for French toast.
Oh, okay.
What was the hot dog you had? The New Yorker.
Oh, the New Yorker.
Yeah.
New Yorker hot dog.
Yeah.
That's not a question. That's a statement.
Yeah.
What's the question?
Is it the same in America? Is that why?
Oh.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So French toast. I will answer your question. I promise. Before we go, just a quick question for you, so you can type the answer in while I'm telling you about the state I want to go to. I had a New Yorker hot dog. Now this was a hot dog, like a proper sausage in a bun, but it had pulled pork, barbecue pulled pork on top. Now, if you were in New York, would you order a hot dog and it'd come with pulled pork on top? Would you order a New Yorker hot dog and it come in pulled pork with pulled pork? Or have you never heard of it? Is it just something he created and has rolled with it?
Gimmicky.
Yeah. So would really, really appreciate your input on that one, French toast. If I could travel to one state in the US, what would it be? I'm really terrible at knowing the states. So I'm just going to tell you the place because I'm not actually sure if it's a state or like yeah, I'm terrible. I'm absolutely terrible. I'm terrible with my own English geography, world geography in general, and I don't want to insult anybody. So I'm not going to say a state unless it happens to be a state. But the place I would like to visit most in America... Oh, you're tearing me. I'm gonna have to say quite possibly Texas. But a huge part of me, like a really big part of me, also wants to do Alabama. Alabama.
Down south.
Yeah, I want to go way down south. I'm not sure where Texas is. I know there's something about a panhandle with Texas. I don't know quite what that means, but I've heard people referring to like a panhandle. But Texas, I love the way the Texans talk, like that drawl, that southern drawl that the Southerners have and the Texans have. You want to go New Mexico?
Yeah.
Where's New Mexico?
New Mexico.
Yeah, but where? Middle of the country, top of the country,
It's
way down south, east,
I
west?
think is it north? I don't know without looking at a map.
Gonna have to get a map. But yeah, there you go. So Del wants New Mexico, and I would
Albuquerque and all that.
Albuquerque. See, I like.
Breaking Bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gotta go there.
See, I like. Oh, it's in the south. There you go.
Is it
It's in
south,
the south.
is
So
it?
we can do all the southern states.
Yeah. So the one you want to go to won't be far then, Alabama.
Probably not. No.
Yeah.
I like to go to all the ones that kind of sound fun to say, like Wisconsin and
Mississippi.
Wyoming.
Yeah.
Mississippi, definitely got to do Mississippi. Wyoming. What are the other ones? Is Braintree a real place? Braintree, Alabama. Is that a real place? I've heard it mentioned on like films and things before, but I don't know if it's one of them places they've just invented for a film. Oh, it wasn't. It was a TV show, Braintree, Alabama.
Don't know. There's a lot of.
Don't know if
places.
it's real, but hey. Where's something else?
Dakota. That's a nice.
Dakota
sound.
would be nice, yeah.
North or south, not bothered.
Georgia, I've kind of always wanted to go to Georgia. Again, I don't know where these places are. They could be all across the entire of the
California.
states. Yeah, California. Where's the one that you can skate? Santa Monica. Santa Monica. Now, again, I don't know if that's a state, a town in a state, a city. I have no idea. But Santa Monica, I'd like to go there. And I've always wanted to see a boulevard, if that's how you say it.
Boulevard.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right in our accent, but the Americans say boulevard.
So Vegas.
And it sounds really cool. Vegas would be
Las Vegas.
such a cool place to visit. Yeah, good old Vegas. Yeah.
Arizona.
Do you know what? Me and Del...
Everywhere. We want to go everywhere.
Me and Del have genuinely for years been talking about wanting to get an RV, Dakota, south or north.
Both.
I to be honest,
And in the middle.
to be honest with you, I didn't know Dakota had north or south. So we're going to go with what Dale said. We're doing both because why not?
Famous for its horses, I think.
That kind of rings a bell. I remember
Yeah.
someone saying horses with Dakota.
Yeah.
Do you know? We did talk about getting
It's on their quarters, isn't it?
on their quarters.
State quarters.
Yeah.
North and south.
We
and it's got
talked
horses.
about hiring an RV and doing now.
50 states.
50 states. Yes. See, the old person in me
Officially
wants to
48.
say it wants to say 52. I am one of these people that thinks there's 52 states in America, but apparently there's not. There's only 50. But we wanted to do like all 50 states in like a year. Just do like a week in each state and then a little bit for travelling and all that sort of thing in a big RV. I would love to do that. Something about me just screams, let's go and do that, because that would be amazing.
You could visit so many places, couldn't you?
You could, yeah. You could so much. It'd just be so good to do. And there's so many places to visit.
But it'd take you longer than a year.
Of course it would, I think, yeah.
There's places I'd like to avoid.
I
Like
don't know.
Brooklyn, Queens.
I'd love to go there.
Would you?
Yeah.
Like going to Boston.
I mean,
Boston.
yeah. I'd love to go there. But again, like I say, I don't know the difference between states and towns and cities and that sort of thing. So all the places I think I want to go, I don't know. Albuquerque.
Well, they're boroughs of New York, couldn't they?
Yeah, Queens is in. I'm risking insulting people now, and I apologise if I do. My geography is awful, but Queens is New York. Brooklyn's New York.
Yeah.
No, French toast. Help me, please. The Bronx. Is that like just a slang term
slang
for a
term,
place,
yeah.
or is it like a town, a city, that sort of thing? It is a slang, isn't it, for housing sort of thing. But yeah, I would love to visit. Where is like 8 Mile. It's all the places you see in films. It's a district.
Yeah, that's.
Thank you, Kitty. It's a district. There you go. Kitty's helping out. How you doing, Kitty? Haven't seen you.
Detroit.
Detroit. Yes, I'd love to go to Detroit. Because there's a lot. It's all the places
Nothing
you
there
see.
now, is there?
It's all the places you see on telly. You see all these places. I'm like, I want to go and visit there. I want to go and visit there. I want to go and visit there. I don't know. Florida to me just seems too hot, but then I really want to go to Texas, and I know the Texan summer is like, whoo, scorchio. I went to the Bronx Zoo in the summer. Wow, Kitty, what's that like? Have they got bears in that zoo? I'm sure I've seen on like programs like there's bears in the Bronx Zoo.
Bears in the wild.
Yeah, you guys out there, you have bears in the wild, don't you?
Maybe not in America so much, but certainly as you get towards Alaska and out there.
Yeah. Arizona's hotter. Oof. Yeah. As you get close to the equator, don't you? You just start getting a little bit scorchy, a little bit hot.
That's why I want to go to New Mexico, because it's in the desert.
See, that scares me, all the desert places. I want to go, like, places where there's people and it's built up and there's, like, hospitals and that sort of thing.
Well, like Albuquerque's like a big town, or city, whatever you call it in America.
Yeah.
But that's like right on the desert, you know?
Where's the one? Providence. That's in Rhode Island. I know that much. See? That I'm smart. I couldn't tell you where it was on a map. Couldn't point to it. Couldn't find my way there.
From your housewives that ain't housewives.
No. Providence, Rhode Island. That is... there's a trainer that lives there.
Ah.
It was good. Yeah, there are. We have friends who live 20 miles out of New York. Hadn't been for a long time. Oh, wow. That must be weird.
What?
Seeing like a proper big bear that close up. Mind you, I suppose it's just like seeing a lion in the zoo, isn't it, really?
It's like coming face to a badger with us.
Oh, that's
It's
true.
a bit smaller, but it's
It's a
It's
similar
still a
animal,
dangerous
isn't it?
animal,
Yeah.
isn't it? You know.
I suppose in the zoo you've not got that.
No.
Can get me. I would love to do a road trip across the states. Oh, Kitty, yeah, see, that's what we were saying. Do a whole road trip, like from all across the states, visit every single state, and just take it all in. I'd love it. And I want to try a proper American burger. I want to go to a proper American diner and have a proper American burger. Because just, for a start off, the way you all say burger out there just makes me want to eat one so bad. Burger. Like, I had an American friend. I can't do an American accent for all the tea in China. I had an American friend I used to work with, and she used to...
Stupid saying.
She would say things like, oh, I've got burgers for tea. And I'd just be like, I don't want a burger, I want a burger. Like, the way you all say the R's and stuff in the words is just so gorgeous. It sounds so amazing. And the way you say risotto.
Risotto.
We say risotto. They say risotto. But again, you say it better. Just the word sounds so much nicer the way you say it out there. And what's the other one? Orange. I love it. Mirror. I love that word. I love the way the Americans say mirror. Yes, Jaguar. It just...
Nissan.
Oh, yeah, Nissan. Nissan. We say Nissan. But yeah, I love it. I love the American accent. But like I say, especially when you start getting down south. And I used to be able to do a southern sort of accent. I can't do that anymore. I'm not even going to try because it would sound horrendous.
Way down in Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana.
On the Mississippi.
Yeah. And crayfish. I'd like to try crayfish.
Like prawns, I would imagine.
Do you like American sports? Couldn't tell you. Because I don't really know what I mean, I know you've got American football. I don't really watch that.
Basketball.
Baseball. Baseball's a massive American sport. I like that.
Not really into American football.
No.
Can't see the point of it.
I think if I'm 100% honest, and some people wouldn't class it as a sport, but I know there's huge, groups of people that do. I'm kind of in the camp that does, because the amount of training these people have to put on is just woof. Cheerleading. I love watching it. They've got the squads out there that go to nationals and all that, and they put in hours and hours of dedication and training, and they're watching their diets, and they're literally taking it to such a different level. For me, cheerleading's kind of like gymnastics. I didn't realise it's a city. Thanks for sharing. I've learnt something new as I haven't been to that area beyond the city. Oh, there you go. See? It's always good to learn things. I always worry I'm going to insult people, but I genuinely...
If you learn it from us, it's probably wrong, but yeah.
Yeah, don't learn a lot from us. It's probably not good. But I genuinely come at things from a place of interest. I am asking out of sheer... Interest, yeah. And unknowledgeability. I'm not ignorant. I just don't know. And I want to know.
Well, all we know about America, let's face it, is what we see on telly.
Yeah, that's literally all the information we get. What
and that
we
comes
see
from,
on...
like Friends and Big Bang. And,
yeah,
you know?
telly and social media, isn't
Yeah.
it? And that's always so stigmatised and generalised.
Like ours is, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Everyone in America, or
Like
again,
one thinks we all eat fish and chips.
yeah, we all eat fish and
roast
chips,
beef.
and yes, and we Sunday with the Queen and have high tea and scones.
Yeah.
Wouldn't know the King apart from seeing his picture. I wouldn't know who he was, you know. But everyone in America thinks we all know royalty, and we all know the guy called Smith or whatever. And it's the same for us with Americans. We all think you eat takeout every night, and you know.
Yeah, all sit in cafes all day.
Yeah, quite a nice existence, must admit. Never having to cook in your own house and dirty your pots and pans, and What I do love with American homes, though, is you all have, well, I say you all, generalisation, but you have laundry rooms out there. Our tumble dryer, washing machine, and everything is in the kitchen. I'm American and I don't really know nothing about the UK. Yeah, see, this is the thing. Let's learn together. You can tell us all about the States and we'll let you know all about the UK. It's cold, it's wet, it's damp, there's a lot of mould, there's a lot of grass.
Cost a fortune for
Cost
everything.
Cost a fortune to live here, yeah, and there you go.
Yeah.
That's about it. Oh, and there's no tea time alarm. I'm sorry to just ruin that illusion. There is no tea time alarm. We don't need one. You've always got a cuppa in your hand or one on the boil. So, although I only drink coffee, the only tea I have is the chamomile teas and like the herbal teas. But although I must admit I have had scones, clotted cream and jam like as a high tea thing. Oh, beautiful
I'm not a
that
major
is.
fan of clotted cream.
Are you not?
No.
I'm really shocked because I didn't think I'd be. I thought clotted cream would be one of them things I would find absolutely repulsive.
For me, it's one close. It's like one step away from butter.
See, from me, I'd say it's one step away from marshmallow. It's really sweet. It's not as spongy as marshmallow. It's like, you know the marshmallow fluff you get in the jars?
Yeah, I just don't know how you're connecting the two. You know?
Because it's really sweet.
Milk, cream, clotted cream, butter.
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand the concept. I understand, like, its nearest relative would be butter.
Yeah.
But the texture and the sweetness of the taste kind of reminds me of marshmallow fluff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
Yeah, Kitty, I think I'd agree with you on that one. It is definitely expensive and it's certainly not how I remember it from my childhood.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's not got no better.
No. And honestly, even when I started working now, I remember being at work and I remember like people retiring and getting gold watches because they'd been that long in the job.
Yeah.
You got a reward, like gold. It was something to be proud of. And now, people change jobs at the drop of a hat. There doesn't seem to be much company loyalty from employee to employer and vice versa. It's just like everyone's a replaceable number.
Yeah.
You go in, you do just enough to not get fired, you come home again, and that's it.
You only really go to work to live.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Madness, isn't it? It's really expensive living here in the US. Yeah, I can imagine it is. Some of the houses out there, though, in America. I don't know what the exchange rate is now. Is it still like...
No idea.
Used to be half, didn't it? One of our pounds was worth like
$2.
50 cents. Or one of our pounds was $2. Yeah, one of our pounds was $2.
It was not so long back when I bought dollar bills I got on in the frame. It was about $1.45 to the pound.
Yeah, so we're losing. Yeah. But I can imagine it's expensive living everywhere.
No,
we're gaining, are we?
Yeah, we're getting nearly $2 of their dollars for one of our pounds.
Yeah.
We're getting twice as much of their money as...
Yeah, but now we're getting... For £1.45 we get $2.
Yeah, I don't know what it is in a minute, but yeah.
No, I don't know how the exchange rate works. I've never needed to know, so for me it doesn't matter. I'm now working full-time in a new job in a school nursery. I think the food is more expensive over in the US. Do you know what? The one thing that puts me off of going to the States is the tax thing. When we go in a shop in the UK...
Well, you go to supermarket, stuff like that.
Yeah, you go to a shop in the UK and it says £1.50 on the price label. You know when you go and pay for that item, it's going to cost you £1.50. I do not need to be doing shopping or buying snacks or whatever it is I want to buy and then trying to figure out how to add on the tax so I know if I've got enough to pay for the thing.
Yeah, add it on already. What's that, lazy?
I don't understand why in America you don't already have it on.
Same with tips. It's up to me whether I tip you.
It is.
Yeah.
But...
Bloody expecting it. Your
Yeah.
service might be crap. Why am I tipping you?
Yeah, it's really rude if you don't tip though, and I don't understand that.
Yeah.
If tipping is compulsory, why is it not included in the bill?
Well, yeah.
Why? I don't understand. Like what? But I don't know if that's the same all over America. I think it is, but I could not do that tax thing. I couldn't do it. Also, the annual property tax. Our friends have to find annual property tax. I don't know anything about annual property tax, so I can't weigh in on that. But Dell went, ouch, and you've done a little shocking face. So I'm guessing that's bad, Kitty.
Well, if I have to pay that every year, kind of like our council tax, I'm guessing.
Oh, ooh.
68,000, that's about 35k for us. Where ours is like, what, 1,600?
Yeah, 1600 for the year.
Yeah.
That's a little bit ouchy, isn't it? Oh,
I'd sooner live in a caravan, I think.
yeah. I don't. It's a bit like Kitty. It's a bit like our council tax.
Yeah.
That's huge amounts of money.
Yeah.
French toast. How do you work out the tax? Because are you just all really good mathematicians out there that can do this sort of thing in your head, or do you just sort of wander around and overestimate everything?
But
You
like
know.
if it was over here, you just had 20% or whatever their tax is.
But see, I couldn't. What is 20% of $3.97?
Well, that's $4, isn't it?
So is everyone just rounding up?
So 40/80, so it'd be like nearly $5. Yeah, just round it up.
No. I would literally be stood in the supermarket aisles roaring, begging someone to figure it out for me because I wouldn't have a clue. Oh, itchy nose. It's state by state. It's state by state.
That's extortionate, isn't it?
That's an incredible amount.
We'll go to Alaska and live in the forest.
Just get a caravan and
We
live
can
up there
drive down
somewhere.
to America and visit.
Mind you, I don't think they have such strict stuff on RVs and that. Like, you can park anywhere. And you don't have MOTs, do you, on your cars? I don't even think they have road tax over there, do they?
No, I think you have to pay for your licence, don't you, or something? I don't know.
I don't know. You have to pay for a load of different stuff we don't.
You reg, innit?
A lot of people pay with a card. Is that like, do they pay with credit card? Because I could pay with my bank card, but I'd need to know there was enough in the bank to pay for the money. But if I suppose you're paying for it with a credit card, but you'd still have to know how much that was going to cost you, so you didn't max out your credit card. Like,
Also, like over here, I'm guessing the same in America. Certain things are taxable and certain things aren't.
I know.
You know,
I would just cry.
do I have to tax to this item or not?
Yeah, French toast. How do you know what you add tax to and what you don't? Because I'm guessing some things are and some things aren't.
Yeah, like over here.
Yeah, because we have tax-free stuff and we have taxable stuff.
Yeah.
I really would love to know if I ever got to meet like anyone in politics. I would love to ask them why they've chosen to do it that way and not the way we do it, where the tax is just added. It's just there. The price you see on the shelf is the price you pay at checkout.
Yeah.
I would just love to know why they've done it that way. I can't. Maybe it's so it looks cheaper and you think, oh, that's only $3.
Yeah.
And then you get to the checkout.
Like
No, it's not.
It's going to be 1,500 and end up being
They
2,100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think, oh, I can do that for 1,500, and then it turns out it's not 1,500 at all.
It's
They've added
21,
VAT. Yeah. Which just seems like such a cruel way of doing it. Maybe they just enjoy making people look like fools at the checkouts because they can't afford what they've got because...
Now you've added 20% tax.
Yeah. That is the one thing that stops me going to America. Honestly, I'd have to get like an American tour guide to come round with us to take us shopping so I can buy stuff and figure out what I'd have to pay.
No, it's the tipping that would annoy me.
Do you know, I don't mind tipping.
No.
That for me is not the problem, but yeah. I find compulsory tipping such a strange concept.
No, because it allows your waiter or waitress to be a complete A. and still get a tip for it.
French toast, do you have to tip? If your waiter or waitress is a complete and utter waste of space, like literally not worth their job, they are rude and insulting and they are just horrible human beings, do you still have to tip? Or is the tip kind of voluntary? Or do you tip like a certain amount? Like if your waitress is absolutely horrendous, do you give like a 2% tip and she's like, oh dear, I know I was bad? You know? Do you always have... Yeah, do you always have to tip? You just tip less if they're bad? Or can you not tip at all if they are horrendous? Absolutely desperate to know and very interested in your answer on that one. Can we get away with not tipping if they're bad?
If so, we're coming.
Yeah. Or do you always have to tip, but you tip them an insulting amount if they're horrendous? Because over here, genuinely...
Well, it's only like an advised amount, isn't it? 20% or whatever it is it says on there.
No, you don't have to, but if they provide a great service, then you can. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Because I know I've seen on like programs and that people get really so angry at you if you don't tip. Oh, they didn't leave a tip. They didn't leave a tip, and you know you just thought of as the rude foreigner because you didn't tip. But I'll say here in the UK, we tip if the service warrants it. Like you have to go like above and beyond, and then you'll get a tip at the end. But if you're just doing your job, you just get paid your wages. And if you're really terrible, well, I suppose you still just get paid your wages. But then everyone's moaning about you and complaining about you. So, well, that's interesting to know. That's interesting to know. And I suppose if they've done a super duper job, you can just tip a little bit higher as well. You don't have to sit at that whatever percentage it is. Is it 20%? Is it? I'm sure someone said it was 15%. 20%, whatever it is. I could do that. Okay, right, my lovelies. It has been a beautiful, beautiful evening. It's been a wonderful conversation. We've learnt a nice bit about America. And I don't think we've learnt anything about the UK apart from it's expensive, mouldy and damp. But hey, my biggest tip was $50. What was that on? What bill was that on though? French toast. Biggest tip was $50. That's quite a big tip. Yeah. But, I mean, if you were on a super yacht and the whole week cost you like $20,000, a $50 tip for a week's stay. But if you went to the grocery store and brought a 10 cents pack of chewing gum, $50 was like, wow, you mega loaded, man. So what percentage of the bill was that? That's what I'm interested in. But anyway, like I was saying, guys, Del is dishing up my dinner. I hope you all have a fabby-dabby-dosey week. I am going to try and get back and see you all next Sunday at 6. Members only, your live is going to be Thursday at 5. If I remember. It could be Wednesday at 5. If you don't see you Wednesday at 5, I'll see you Thursday at 5. But I am setting my phone alarm Thursday at 5. If you wanted to become a member, there is a video posted on my channel that would show you how to do that. So that's really easy. And you get, obviously, that extra live a week. It is. It's 99 pence. 99 British pence. I don't know what the American equivalent is. 'Cause
99 cents.
Is it 99 cents?
I believe it's done that way, yeah.
But more than likely.
If ever I've bought an app and it's been 99 cents, it's been 99p. So I assume it works the other way.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, if you wanted to become a member, do have a look at the members bit. And like I say, you get the extra live once a week on a Thursday at 5. If not, I will see all of you lovely, wonderful people next Sunday at 5. I do hope you all have a fabulous week. Look out for more vlogging videos coming in. Drop it every day at 11 o'clock. If I can keep on track with it and keep the momentum going, they will be dropping every day until Halloween. And I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye, my lovelies. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you for joining me.